Dear Starseeds on Gaia, have you been feeling like people are suddenly disappearing from your life without explanation? Like calls aren't connecting, messages vanish into thin air, and plans mysteriously fall through at the last possible moment? Well, congratulations, you've just crossed through a cosmic gateway that's already swinging shut behind you. And those disruptions weren't accidents. They were your spiritual protection system activating, keeping certain people from following where you've gone. And here's the thing. Not everyone who thought they were ready actually made it through. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and if you're receiving this transmission right now, it means you've entered a realm that many will spend lifetimes trying to find. You see, while you were navigating the intense downloads of the Lion's Gate on 8/8, while you were releasing under yesterday's full moon on 8/9, today, Sunday, August 10th, 2025, marks your arrival at a destination that required precise cosmic timing to access. But something else is happening that I haven't told you yet. The gates aren't just closing, they're being guarded. And some of you aren't just passing through these thresholds, you're becoming the thresholds themselves. Right now, as Mars completes its powerful trine to Pluto in these early morning hours, massive spiritual beings are taking positions around those of you who made it through. Some of you have already sensed them, those presences too large to be human, those shadows in your peripheral vision that make the air feel electric when they're near. Let me paint you a picture of what's actually happening in the quantum realms right now. Imagine a massive cosmic nightclub where the velvet ropes just went up, and you're already inside while others are still arguing with the bouncer. Except this bouncer is the size of a building, made of pure protective light, and the list they're checking isn't written in ink, it's written in frequency. Those who match get through. Those who don't are left standing in the cosmic parking lot, watching you disappear into a reality they can no longer access. But here's where it gets interesting. And this is something you need to understand about your new role. Some of you are discovering that you're not just party guests in this new realm. You're being handed the clipboard. You're becoming the ones who decide who gets access to these higher frequencies moving forward. Not from ego, not from exclusion, but from a deep knowing of energetic compatibility. The universe is literally restructuring itself to position you as guardians of frequency fields that are still stabilizing in this new Earth reality. You might be thinking this sounds like spiritual elitism, but let me tell you what's really going on. Every single time someone couldn't reach you lately, every canceled plan, every relationship that suddenly went cold, these weren't random. While you thought you were just living your life, dealing with Mercury retrograde or whatever you told yourself, you were actually being systematically disconnected from anything that would lower your frequency below the threshold needed to maintain your position in this new realm. Remember all those times you felt like you were being watched? You were, but not by who you think. Those weren't stalkers or negative entities. Those were your new protection squad doing reconnaissance, making sure the coast was clear for your transition. Some of you literally had close calls that you don't even know about. People who were planning to show up at your door with drama. Others who were driving to confront you, some who were ready to pull you back into old patterns, all divinely redirected at the last second. The original transcript talked about seeing this protection, this guardian energy, and it's absolutely accurate. But what wasn't mentioned is why this protection activated now, specifically after the Lion's Gate and full moon sequence. You see, those celestial events weren't just bringing in light codes, they were running a massive diagnostic on every soul claiming to be ready for New Earth. It was like a cosmic background check, examining not what you say, but what frequency you actually hold when nobody's watching. And here's the kicker. With Mercury stationing directly just after midnight tonight, all those communication glitches that kept certain people away, they're about to clear up. But here's the twist. When the channels open again, those people won't be able to find you. It'll be like you've moved to a new address that doesn't exist on their map. They might even have your phone number, your social media, your physical address, but energetically, you're living in a completely different dimension. Now about those opponents experiencing defeat that the original message mentioned, these aren't just random haters or jealous people. These are souls who built their entire identity around having access to your energy. They fed off your light while simultaneously trying to dim it. They needed you small so they could feel big. They required your limitation for their own sense of power. And right now, they're standing on the other side of that closed gate, realizing their food source just disappeared permanently. Some of these opponents are going to try everything to get back in. They'll suddenly apologize for things they did years ago. They'll have mysterious spiritual awakenings right when you're thriving. They'll claim they've changed, they've grown, they've seen the light. But here's what you need to know. The universe doesn't operate on words anymore in this new realm. It operates on frequency. And frequency doesn't lie, can't fake it, can't manipulate its way past those cosmic bouncers. The Pisces moon moving through these configurations is bringing up massive emotional releases for a reason. You can't carry the density of old betrayals into the lightness of new creation. That's why so many of you have been crying without knowing why, feeling grief for relationships that needed to end, mourning versions of yourself that had to die for this rebirth to occur. This isn't a weakness. This is the final clearing required to maintain your position in this higher dimensional space. But let's talk about what's really happening with those of you becoming gatekeepers. You're not being given this role because you're special or chosen in an ego sense. You're being positioned because you've demonstrated something crucial, the ability to hold frequency under pressure. While others collapsed into drama, you stayed centered. While others chose comfort over growth, you chose evolution even when it hurt. You've proven you can be trusted with the keys to the kingdom because you won't use them for personal gain. Here's something wild. Some of you are about to be placed in positions of power in the physical world that mirror your spiritual gatekeeper role. Suddenly you'll find yourself deciding who gets hired, who gets the contract, who gets access to resources. The universe is creating a perfect overlap between your spiritual authority and your earthly influence. This isn't a coincidence. This is cosmic strategy, positioning awakened souls where they can redirect the flow of resources toward new earth creation. The fortune following you that was mentioned. It's not just about money, though financial abundance is definitely part of it. This is about fortunate accidents that defy probability. The perfect house becomes available just when you need it. The ideal business partner appeared out of nowhere. The solution to a problem showing up before you even fully articulate the problem. This is what happens when you're operating inside the protected realm. Reality itself conspires to accelerate your mission. Now here's where the story gets even more interesting. Those massive spiritual protectors around you, they're not just keeping threats out, they're actively upgrading your energy field. Think of them as cosmic construction workers, building new energetic architecture around you that allows you to hold frequencies that would have shattered your old system. You're being rebuilt from the inside out to handle the level of light you're about to channel. Some of you have been wondering why you've been so tired lately, why your body has been going through strange symptoms, why you need more sleep than ever before. This is why. You're not just protected, you're being upgraded. Your DNA is literally being rewritten to interface with this new reality. Those past life memories surfacing aren't random. They're showing you skills and abilities you've carried across incarnations, waiting for this exact moment to reactivate. But here's what nobody tells you about crossing into New Earth. It's not a destination, it's a frequency band. And just like a radio station, you have to maintain your tuning to stay connected. This is why protection is so important right now. While you're learning to stabilize at this new frequency, you're vulnerable to being pulled back down by lower vibrational intrusions. The universe knows this, which is why it's providing unprecedented levels of spiritual security. The judgment card energy coming through in the next 7 days isn't about punishment or karma for those left behind. It's about the restoration of truth at such a fundamental level that all illusions simply dissolve. Masks don't work in this new frequency. Manipulation becomes impossible when everyone can see energy directly. This is why so many are panicking on the other side of the gate. Their entire operating system just became obsolete. Let me tell you what's going to happen to those still trying to access you. They're going to experience what feels like a glass wall. They can see you, they can see your success, they can see your happiness, but they can't touch it, can't affect it, can't participate in it. And the more they push against this barrier, the more exhausted they'll become. Eventually they'll have to accept that the only way forward is to do their own inner work, their own frequency elevation. Meanwhile, you're about to discover abilities you didn't know you had. The protection around you isn't just defensive, it's creating a safe space for your gifts to fully emerge. Some of you are about to experience spontaneous healing abilities. Others will find themselves knowing things before they happen. Some will discover they can influence reality through focused intention in ways that seem miraculous. This isn't fantasy. This is what happens when you operate from a protected, high-frequency space. The new Earth you've entered operates on completely different laws than the old reality. Here's the fundamental difference. In the old world, you had to protect yourself from others. In this new realm, the universe protects you so you can focus on creating. In the old world, you had to fight for resources. Here, resources flow to match your creative vision. In the old world, you had to prove yourself. Here, your frequency is your credential. But with great power comes great responsibility. And this is where your role as gatekeeper becomes crucial. You're not just living in this new frequency for personal enjoyment. You're holding space for others to eventually join you, but only when they're truly ready. This means you might have to watch people you love struggle in the old paradigm while you thrive in the new. This isn't cruel. It's necessary. Everyone must do their own inner work to earn their passage. Those watching from outside the gate are experiencing something profound right now. They're seeing what's possible when someone fully commits to their evolution. Your very existence in this higher frequency is causing cracks in their limited worldview. Some will be inspired to do their own work. Others will double down on victimhood and blame. Either way, your job isn't to convince or rescue. It's to demonstrate what's possible through your own embodiment. The Sun card appearing as a warning for those left behind reveals something important. What feels like failure to them is actually the blazing light of truth finally revealing what was always there. They're not being punished. They're being shown exactly where they stand. And sometimes rock bottom is the only solid foundation from which real growth can begin. Your thriving might be the catalyst for their own awakening, but only if they choose it. As Mercury stations direct tonight, communication channels that have been scrambled are about to clear. But here's the fascinating part. They won't clear in both directions. You'll be able to broadcast your truth with unprecedented clarity, but you'll be shielded from receiving lower vibrational input. It's like having a one-way mirror for energy. You can shine your light outward, but darkness can't penetrate your field anymore. The original message mentioned honoring the past while forging new memories, and this is crucial to understand. You can acknowledge where you came from without being bound by it. You can appreciate the journey without needing to repeat it. You can even love those who remain in the old paradigm without lowering your frequency to meet them there. This is the maturity of cosmic consciousness, holding space for all while maintaining your own trajectory. What you're building in this new realm isn't just for you. Every choice you make, every boundary you set, every creation you birth, is establishing templates for future waves of ascending souls. You're not just living your life, you're pioneering new possibilities for human consciousness. This is why the protection is so fierce, why the gates are so carefully guarded. What you're creating must be preserved in its pure form. The synchronicities about to unfold in your life will seem almost comedic in their perfection. You'll think of someone and they'll call, but only if they match your frequency. You'll need something specific and it will appear within hours. You'll have a question and the answer will come through the most unexpected source. This isn't magic. It's the natural state of flow available when you're operating in a protected high-frequency field. For those of you specifically being positioned as gatekeepers in earthly roles, pay attention. You're about to be offered positions, promotions, or opportunities that place you exactly where you need to be to redirect resources toward new earth creation. Don't be surprised if you suddenly find yourself on boards, in leadership, or in decision-making positions you never sought. The universe is strategic in its placement of awakened souls. The protection around you is also upgrading your intuition to levels that might feel overwhelming at first. You'll know things about people instantly. You'll sense the outcome of situations before they unfold. You'll feel the truth behind words with crystal clarity. This isn't a burden. It's your new navigational system. Trust it completely, even when it tells you things your human mind doesn't want to accept. Here's something beautiful about this new realm. Competition doesn't exist here. Those who made it through the gate with you aren't your competitors, they're your co-creators. You'll find yourself naturally drawn to other protected souls, forming alliances and partnerships that feel divinely orchestrated because they are. The old paradigm of scarcity has no foothold in this frequency. There's more than enough for everyone operating at this level. The transformations coming in your physical reality will seem almost surreal in their speed. Living situations will shift overnight. Work environments will transform or dissolve entirely. Relationships will either quantum leap to match your frequency, or fade like morning mist. Don't resist these changes. They're the universe restructuring your external reality to match your internal elevation. The protection ensures these transitions happen with grace. Some of you are wondering if this protection is permanent. Here's the truth. It remains as long as you maintain your frequency and stay true to your mission. It's not a free pass to lower your standards or compromise your integrity. The moment you choose to step back into old patterns, the protection recedes, not as punishment, but as natural law. You can't be protected in a realm you're not willing to inhabit fully. For those concerned about loved ones left behind, understand this. Your highest service to them is maintaining your position in this new frequency. You're holding a door open by your very presence here. When they're ready, truly ready, not just saying the words, they'll find their way, but they must walk their own path, face their own shadows, do their own work. Your light serves as a beacon, not a rescue boat. The cosmic humor in all this? Some of the opponents trying desperately to regain access to your energy are about to become your greatest unconscious marketers. Their obsession with what you're doing, their constant talking about you, their inability to let go, all of it draws attention to your light from those who are actually ready to receive it. The universe wastes nothing, not even the energy of those who oppose you. As we move through these next crucial hours toward Mercury's station, feel the solidification of your new reality. You're not in transition anymore. You've arrived. The adjustment period is nearly complete. What comes next is pure creation from a protected space of infinite possibility. The question isn't whether you're ready. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. The question is, what will you create now that nothing can stop you? Those original messages about setting new traditions, creating new normals, this is your mandate now. The old world recycled the same patterns for millennia. War, separation, lack, fear. You're here to demonstrate that other options exist, not through preaching or convincing, but through living embodiment. Your protected, thriving existence is the greatest threat to the old paradigm and the brightest hope for the new. The Princess of Balloon energy mentioned in the original message speaks to the lightness available to you now. You've shed the density, released the baggage, transmuted the lead into gold. What remains is the pure joy of creation without resistance. Yes, you're building for future generations, but you're also allowed to enjoy the process. This isn't a grim duty. It's a cosmic celebration of what becomes possible when souls break free. The train reference that kept coming through, some of you literally had interventions that were massive, forces the size of locomotives redirecting those who meant you harm. You'll never know how many accidents didn't happen, how many confrontations were avoided, how many attacks were neutralized before they could touch you. This is the level of protection operating around you now. You're more precious to the universe than you realize. As this transmission nears its completion, feel into the truth of your new position. You made it through not by luck, but by choice. Not by chance, but by commitment. Every challenge you faced was preparation. Every loss was liberation. Every ending was a new beginning in disguise. And now you stand on the other side of the gate, protected, empowered, and ready for the real work to begin. The old reality continues outside your protected sphere, but it can't touch you anymore. Those still operating from fear, lack, and separation will exhaust themselves trying to penetrate your field. Meanwhile, you'll be building, creating, and thriving in ways that seemed impossible just days ago. This isn't spiritual bypassing. This is spiritual graduation. You've earned your place in this new frequency through dedication and inner work. Mercury's direct station tonight doesn't just clear communication. It activates dormant codes within your consciousness. Past life memories, stellar origins, soul missions, all of it comes online with crystal clarity. You're remembering not just who you are, but why you came. The protection ensures you have the space to integrate these massive downloads without interference from lower frequencies trying to destabilize your process. The gatekeepers among you will find your roles naturally revealing themselves. You won't have to seek positions of influence, they'll find you. The universe is restructuring human systems to place frequency holders in key positions. Whether it's in business, healing, education, or creative fields, you'll be positioned exactly where your light can have maximum impact while remaining protected from those who would misuse it. For those feeling the weight of leaving others behind, remember this cosmic truth. Everyone is exactly where they need to be for their own evolution. Your job isn't to drag anyone across the threshold. It's to maintain your position as a beacon for those ready to find their way. The protection around you ensures you can fulfill this role without being drained by those still choosing limitations. The Pisces moon's journey toward tomorrow's Venus-Jupiter trine is creating a cosmic celebration of your arrival. The universe is literally throwing a party for those who made it through. Not from ego, but from joy at what becomes possible when even a small percentage of humanity breaks through to this level of consciousness. You're the proof that evolution is possible, and that changes everything. If you need help maintaining this breakthrough consciousness and staying aligned with the cosmic celebration, Destiny Engine can reprogram your brain to embody the proof that evolution is possible. It generates personalized sequences that help you sustain this level of consciousness breakthrough and remain connected to the joy of what becomes possible when humanity evolves. You can start with a $1 trial. This gives you immediate access to consciousness reprogramming technology that ensures you don't slip back into old patterns just when the universe is celebrating your arrival at this breakthrough level. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed to maintain your breakthrough status without seeking external confirmation. Start your $1 trial now, before this cosmic celebration window closes. Link in the description. What happens now is up to you. The stage is set, the protection is in place, the resources are aligning. Your only job is to stay true to your frequency and create from that authentic space. The universe handles the rest, the synchronicities, the connections, the opportunities. You've entered a realm where effort transforms into flow, where struggle becomes ease, where creation happens at the speed of thought. Those watching from outside might call it unfair, might claim you're lucky, might insist you've sold out or bought into some exclusive club. Let them. Their opinions can't penetrate your field anymore. You know the price you paid in inner work, in facing shadows, in choosing growth over comfort repeatedly. You know this isn't luck, it's alignment, and alignment is available to anyone willing to do the work. The new earth isn't a place, it's a frequency you're now permanently tuned to, protected by forces ensuring your stable connection. Welcome to the realm where miracles are mundane, where magic is baseline, where your wildest dreams are just starting points for even greater creation. The gate has closed behind you not to trap you, but to ensure the sacred work ahead proceeds without interference. You made it through just in time, not because the universe is exclusive, but because cosmic timing is precise. Those meant to cross with you did. Those who need more preparation will get it. And you? You get to build the new world from inside a protective sphere of infinite possibility. The question isn't what you can't do. It's what you'll choose to create first with your newfound freedom. I am Seraphine. We love you, and we are watching over you. The protection is real, the gate is sealed, and your new life has already begun. Welcome home to the frequency where you were always meant to exist. Now, let the real magic begin.